Awesome. Welcome to day 27 of the Amazon 10K challenge, where we transparently launch a product so that you can copy along at home step by step. We're going from $0 all the way up to $10,000 every single month. And this is called the 10K train. And I hope you're riding the 10K train with me so you can replicate these results at home for yourself as I do it here fully transparently so you can see. This is day 27. If you haven't seen the first 26 days, definitely go back and watch it. It's really important to understand those first 26 days before jumping into today, because we go through a ton of valuable stuff. Yesterday, in fact, was probably my favorite day so far, because it's the concept that I discovered and it changed the way I succeeded on Amazon. It made me understand how Amazon actually works and how we get thousands of people back to our listing every single day, where that traffic actually comes from. We pinpoint it, and now we can start to optimize for that. So definitely go back and watch yesterday if you didn't see that one. So jumping straight into our investment sheet, it's all still the same. We've spent $3,679. Remember, our price point per unit was $6.30. We're selling them at the moment for $23 to try and get them moving, and we'll be moving that price point up as we start to get some sales. Our ads are still going up, but we're still only spending about $5 to $10 on ads a day, and we did actually get another sale through ads. I'll jump into all this in the video. So our investments are all the same. What we're going to do today, because we still actually don't have a seller feedback, so I'm working hard on getting us that seller feedback so we can really get this snowball rolling and get this launch. I feel like we're about 10% launched, and we have all that 90% to go. So as soon as that seller feedback comes in, we'll start to do that, and we'll start to get into the really practical stuff. Today, however, is another really important exercise for you to do. This one will increase your conversion rate. It will increase your conversion rate of your ads, and it'll let you expand your brand out to $1 million brand much faster than if you don't understand this or don't do this. So if you're waiting on your product to get into Amazon, or you're waiting for a seller review so you can start actually launching properly, definitely make sure you do this exercise, because it's gonna seep into all those other phases that we've been through. Where's that little 10K sheet? Here it is. Every single phase is going to benefit from this exercise. So that's coming up in this video. Before we jump in, make sure you're part of the Facebook group. The link is in the description. We're all in here helping each other out, connecting, keeping each other accountable, having fun on this 10K train, getting to $10,000 a month each. So come on in and join us. We have passed 1,000 members, which is awesome. So we are giving away 10 one-on-one coaching sessions. Evan and I are working on setting that up, so make sure you're in the group in order to win one of those, and that'll be announced in about 2 days once we have all that organized. The Amazon FBA Masterclass 2018. If you're not a part of this masterclass and you're launching a product on Amazon and you've been enjoying this series, click the link in the description to save $200 and come over and get yourself a copy of this masterclass. It's everything I've learned in launching over 12 successful products on Amazon, 12 profitable products. Evan's launched 8 profitable products, and we sat down together for a month in Bali, put this together for you so you can learn exactly what we discovered in the last almost 2 years. Launching those 20 products, you can get that into your brain in just 12 hours. Now, I actually put together this really quick little picture for you, because I have a lot of people asking me these questions, like, if you have the transparent launch, do you need the masterclass? What's in the masterclass that's not in the transparent launch? Is it worth the money? The transparent launch is the top of the iceberg, the very, very tip of the iceberg. This series you're watching right now, if you're enjoying this, you're going to love the masterclass, because we dive much deeper. There's so much more content in there. Every step of the way, we talk about all the options you have. It's so in-depth, and it's constantly being updated with newer and newer strategies. There's a lot of strategies that aren't in this transparent launch series that are going to help you immensely. Most of my favorite strategies are in the masterclass, and I can't be telling everybody about them because they'll be getting less and less effective. So if you want those advanced strategies and you want to have this certainty and confidence around your launch, get yourself a copy of the masterclass using the link in the description, and you can get instant access into here. You also get access to our private resource vault, which is a lot of templates, a lot of softwares, a lot of discounts and coupon codes, calculators. It's going to save you lots and lots of money and time in the long run. So let's jump into today's video and discuss defining our customer avatar. Don't miss out on this. We are giving away an Amazon product idea that I personally found that will make you over $5,000 every month $1,000 of PayPal cash to buy your stock, and a fast-track Amazon FBA coaching session to ensure that you launch your product perfectly. To win, all you need to do is subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment below why you want to start an Amazon FBA business. Enter now, then let's jump into this video. Okay, before we jump into customer avatar, we're here on our Amazon Seller Central account. We can see we've got another 2 sales today, which is solid, seeing how we've only rolled out 10% of the advertising that we want out there. We're slowly climbing those SEO rankings still, but I'll be updating you about all that in future videos, or you can search it yourself too. You know how to search it, I've showed you, and you can get the update there. But I'm probably covering this, but you can see we've sold over $400 worth of product sales already. If we come over to our inventory, and remember, we haven't really started, we're just touching the surface of our advertising. We've already moved about 20 units of stock, and let's have a quick look at our bestseller rank. We've still got 2 reviews. Bestseller rank is up to 36,000, so we're hovering around that 30,000. And if we go to that Keeper app, you can see we bounced up, and we seem to bounce straight back down. But we are hovering around that 30,000, between 30 and 60 at the moment. And as soon as we start getting these coupons in, as soon as we start getting these sales funnel, snowball sales funnels set up and get them leading back to our product, and we get our product web, which I discussed yesterday, and getting thousands of people coming back to our product that way, these 500 units are not going to last very long at all. So in the meantime though, before we get that set up and before we have access to setting up coupons, I want to discuss something very important with you today, and it's understanding your customer avatar. So this is going to be really, really important, because I'll just read off the benefits for you. The 3 benefits of understanding your avatar is we're going to be having really precise and effective advertising when it comes to our snowball sales funnel. So these funnels that are pointing back from our Facebook page, from our Facebook ads, from our Instagram ads or our Instagram page, we need to know what our customer connects with, what our customer wants, what their aspirations are, and therefore we can then move our customer. The better we understand our customer, the better we are, the more power we have to sell them our products. And the more power we have to create products that they actually want to. They sort of go hand in hand. Number 2 is high converting product listing, because if we know exactly who our target audience is, we can create our listing fully 100% customized to what it is they want, the psychological triggers that we know that they want, their aspirations. We can link our product to those aspirations and help them achieve that through our product, so they can buy a product and get closer to their goals. It's going to seep into your listing, and it's going to seep into your advertising and improve them. The next, and probably the biggest reason you want to understand your avatar, is it's going to be really, really easy to expand your brand once you know your avatar, who they are and what they want. Because, for example, if we come down to, let's go over here. So this is Earth Habitats listing right here, and Amazon have this cool feature where it tells you what customers also bought. So someone bought this map, they also bought a world map, so map of the US, map of the world, and then what is this? It's a frame. They bought a frame with it, obviously, to put it in a frame. Let's go have a look at another one. It's really cool to come in here and do this with your product. So 50 states, 5,000 ideas. They bought a book with this one. The more you understand your target audience and who they are, and we're actually picking up information on them already by seeing what else they bought, we can then, so they bought wall pins, obviously, for their map. And if you can get into, even if we come to all categories and type something like travel, something very, very broad, and there is travel folding toothbrush, we can see what people want. So obviously they're going to be quite related, but we can go through these similar products. I want to find a good example for you. What's a very specifically travel related product? They're all ads. It's interesting. Amazon have actually updated this search result grid. You can see they've actually put a lot of ads down the bottom. Sponsored. They got 5 ads. I've never actually seen that. I've only seen 3, and at the top they've got 3 at the top. Okay. So it's a travel pillow. Let's see what they bought with that. A blindfold. So these are a sleep mask. So these are pretty strongly related. But what I'm trying to say, and I haven't found a good example of it, is basically once you know what the customer also buys with your product, you can start introducing that product and expanding your brand in order to cater to what your customer wants, because you have identified who they are, what their aspirations are, and what they want. So I'm going to type in Scratch off map of the world. Let's see what Landmass's recommendations are. Come over to Landmass. Got that nice bestseller tag, which we will have pretty soon. So I think they seem to be reading books, and it's actually just giving me an idea. They seem to... The other one was about 50 states, travel the world, $50 a day. We could actually attach an ebook to our listing with content similar to this, a packing list or a travel the world on $50 a day or 1,000 places to see before you die. That would be very, very beneficial to put into our listing, to sell it with our listing, and increase the value of our listing, and obviously increase the conversion of our listing. So I think we will definitely be doing that on the long term. I think there's a blender or something with an ebook that normally sells. But adding ebooks to your product is another bonus side strategy that I'm giving you right here, and it just increases the value of it, the perceived value of your product, and also increases the conversion, because once they're on the page, they're like, oh, it's also got an ebook that explains, or an instruction manual that explains. They're more likely going to buy. Okay, so jumping back into our worksheet, we've got 8 avatar questions, and basically once we answer these questions, we're going to have a really good picture, mental picture, and even a physical picture. We will see who it is exactly going to be buying our product. So the questions are, how old are they? We can give a range. Male, female, or both. Where do they live? Most of them will live in the US, obviously, because we want to be shopping on Amazon.com. What websites do they visit frequently? That's going to be good for when we're setting up our funnels. One of these might be the website that they visit frequently. If they're a lot on Instagram, which a lot of people are on Instagram, but if there's a specific travel blog or travel forum or website that they go on, there could be a good way to target them and set up a funnel like that. What websites, what apps do they use? We can get advertising on apps, or create a separate app. We could create our own travel app and get people on there, and then cross promote our map. What do they watch on TV? That's just probably to understand what it is that entertains them. This could also be YouTube, because then we can start running ads on the YouTube, or we can create our own YouTube channel to start generating this customer base. And I'm going to be talking over the next week or so about creating a brand and creating a customer base that you can leverage long term on different platforms. So it's really important to note now that you don't have to find a travel YouTube channel and then get a sponsorship or sponsor them and pay their money. We can actually build it from the ground up pretty quickly and pretty effectively. And then we'll have that asset, like our Instagram account, over life, that we'll be able to sell new products to, the products we're adding to our range. So we'll be talking about that in the upcoming videos. What are their goals? So what are their aspirations? What do they connect to? What do they want with their life? And then what do they spend money on? So if you want to answer these questions about your avatar, you're going to need strategies to find the answers, because you can't make it up. One of the criteria, at least in the masterclass where we give extra strategies, is you want to have a passion around your product, the one you choose. So when you're looking for a product, one of the questions we ask is, do you have a passion for it, or would you be a consumer of it? Because if you are a consumer and you are your own target audience, it's really, really easy to answer these questions, and it really makes you a lot of the time make a superior product, because you know what people want. Even if you are part of your target audience, or if you're not, there's some really easy and simple ways to find what it is that they do want, and what it is that they buy, and what it is that they watch. And I'm going to show you 3 simple strategies today. And the first one is very, very easy. We're going to type in Scratch Map. We're going to find our that's Earth. We'll just do Earth Habitats. Come into the reviews. So these are people we know have purchased this product, especially if it says verified purchase. And what we can do is we can actually click on their names, and we can start to see what else it is that they've bought and how they describe it. So they've bought a recipe book, a bamboo bath mat, matcha tea powder. You can sort of get a picture of this person, of Roxanne, by seeing what it is that she buys. And remember, she's going to be buying some gifts. You can see she bought the map down here. Vegetarian, so she seems to like cooking as well, which would have to interesting costumes. you have to take more than just one sample size, so we can't just take Roxanne, but we need to, you can see she's a dental hygienist from California. So you can see all this information, you can gather it across all these people and see who is actually buying these things and create that avatar and create that picture of them. So this one's from MO, I'm not sure, Montana maybe, what state that is. So they bought lace, they bought what TV shows we watch, so we already know what they're watching. We can put that in the questions, what they read. You can see one similarity between these two people I see is they're both females. So we can see that our target audience might be a majority of females. It might be a lot of moms buying it for their kids, but we could come through all those reviews and gather that data and put it over in our sheet. So that's the first way you can find out more information about your avatar. And I'd come in here and spend 2, 3, 4 days just looking and understanding what it is they buy, where they're from, what their jobs are, what else they buy, what they watch. It's going to be really beneficial to know that like to the T. So coming across to Facebook, this is another great way to find out who your customers are. Simply type in your product name, if it's a general product. If not, you can type in sort of your niche or your general category. And we can come over to, we could do groups, but there's not too much groups, so we could do travel in a group. Find groups around travel. And then see who's in there, but we're not sure that they're going to buy Scratch Map, so it would be much better to do Scratch Map. But basically, you could join all those groups, see what people are talking about, see what people are discussing. We can go pages. So Luckies of London, apparently these are the original Scratch Maps. You can come over and you can see 412 people like this. You can see who's reviewing it. So there's a girl, there's another girl. So again, it looks like we have a lot of females as our target audience. Eric looks like a boy. Andre's a boy, so we have Daniel's a boy, so we got a few boys now. So maybe we're 50-50. We can come down and see who interacts with the post. So Alicia Rizzola. I don't want to find too much personal information and put this all over YouTube, but you can come in and click that, and you can go to their profile and see what's on their public profile. And there's not too much on this page, but you'll see that there'll be a lot of pages. So again, a few girls on there. Travel. Let's see what comes up after the travel map. What's that? Landmass goods. Let's see if they have a page. Here we go. So this is our competitor, Landmass Goods. This is their scratch-off map. We can come in and see directly who's buying from them. Again, they don't have too much interaction, but if your niche is a lot bigger, it will have a lot more interaction, or you have bigger competitors, you'll start to have more interaction. But it's a good way to come in and identify. You can see who it is specifically that are interacting and sharing this content. I think if we go... we can see the hashtag you can search on Facebook, and then you can click on something like this. It's a travel brand. Again, it's only got 1 like, so we're not actually getting too much here, but maybe you'll have some more luck with your own niche. Let's see who this is. 13 likes, so this is a little bit better. Travel Girls, Wanderlust. You can see what hashtags they're using, which might be similar to the ones that you're going to want to use. This is a cool little photo, actually. Quite like that. You can see who's commenting on it. You can see who they're tagging. So Jade tagged Sophie, which means he thinks Sophie would like it, or she thinks Sophie would like it. So we could look at Sophie's profile, and you can see all this information about her. And then again down here. So you can investigate these people and start to answer these questions using this second strategy. The third strategy is Instagram. And it's exact same as Facebook. So we could do hashtag scratch map. And I will do this on your phone too. I'm not going to do it on my phone because I don't want to set it all up. But basically, search this on your phone because you can get a lot more information on it. Let's see. So that's a cool one. This looks like it's just someone actually using it. So you can see this person's bought it. and then we can click on their profile and we can see what they post. You can see about them. Again, a female, architecture design, interior architecture, currently touring zoos in Australia, which is cool. Next up, Perth, so you can see where they're traveling. You can come in here and find out all this information about your customer, and then use it to answer these questions. And I just went through it to show you the strategies, but you should spend 30 to 60 minutes on each one of these strategies at least to really get inside the head and understand what they want and what you can give them in exchange for their money. So an easy one today, but come in here and do this exercise because it is really beneficial. It will set you apart from your competitors who are just throwing another map out there or throwing another product out there, and they're not going to be doing as well as you because they don't understand and they can't connect with their target audience. If you like this series so far, please give me a thumbs up. It helps spread awareness for these videos that I'm creating. Join the Facebook group and get a copy of the masterclass if you want that certainty and that confidence around launching a product, as well as all the advanced high-level strategies that are in there that are not in this series. So thanks so much once again. Tomorrow, fingers crossed, we'll have our seller feedback in, and we'll be able to just go from first gear all the way to fifth on our Amazon product launch. See you tomorrow.